Hello from me, Lazarus IDE. Welcome to the next lesson in the course on Introduction to Lazarus IDE. But first I'll introduce you here and show you that I'm currently testing and working on my third book. Introduction to Lazarus IDE Part 3. Here we will show something very interesting, a program, a complete software system for sales in a store. We will develop it completely from scratch. The program will be called My Store. Also, of course, we will look at new components in the Lazarus IDE. We will also pay attention to some that we have already looked at, but not completely. And now we're going to pay them more attention, we're going to look at them in more detail. Stay tuned for it soon. And now we're currently working on my second book about Lazarus IDE, having come this far. Here's the free chapter section. We're currently on the last one, chapter 5.7. TStringList in Lazarus IDE. Let's open the PDF file. TStrings is not a component. This is a class in the Lazarus IDE that is used to work with lists of strings. It provides methods for adding, editing, deleting, and sorting strings. It is used for various purposes, including storing SQL queries, and for working with configuration files and dynamic management for text data. It is located in the module class and inherits string. Its main features are as follows. Allows storage and management of a list of strings. Supports indexed access to an element via a string index. Includes methods for sorting, adding, deleting, and searching for strings. Allows working with files via LoadFromFile and SaveToFile. Supports linked objects via objects. It also supports duplication and sorting, if the sorted property is enabled. The main properties and methods are these: add, adds a new row. Clear, clears all items in the list. Count, returns the number of rows. Index of, returns the index of a given row. Insert, inserts a row at a specified position. Delete index, deletes a row from the list by index. String, accesses a specific row. Sort, sorts alphabetically. Text, returns the contents as a full line of text, separated by a new line. LoadFromFile, file name, loads the contents from a text file. SaveToFile, file name, save the contents to a text file. So, we're going to show a few examples, but I'm not going to show them in the Lazarus IDE. Here, I'll zoom in a bit, so you can see them better. Here's sorting on a list and a record in a file. We have a variable of type TStringList. Here is how it is created with the create method. And from there onwards, different elements are introduced. For example, we display the first element and display it with index 0. Then we sort alphabetically and then we write to a file and destroy. This is this example. The second example is loading data from SQL query into a string list. Here we have two variables already in the query. Here we connect to the database. Here is the query. Select name from products. And then display a message, and release both. SQL also has another application. When SQL queries are very long, to be written on one line, in TStringList we can split them into separate lines for better readability. Here's how it's done. Here's a variable this string and here's the query how it works. Select ID name age from users, while age is more than 30 years old. So, the last condition and you see how it does this kind of thing. Very interesting are SQL queries with parameters. We will look at them in more detail in the chapter on working with databases in this book. And now we will see just one example. Here, we create a query on several lines for better readability. Like this. And then you see that we set different values to the parameters, like this. Username, Ivan Petrov, user age, years, 28 and email, for example this one. We execute the request, and release. From the examples you saw that a string list is created with the create method, and then must be freed, destroyed, with the free method. That's all for this tutorial. Best regards.